Hi guys, this is Ronald Carlos. On today's video, I'm going to give you my review of WrestleMania 42 Night 2. Guys, here we go. I'm going to do this backwards, like for Night 1. Guys. The Intercontinental Championship ladder match. The six-pack challenge, or the six-pack challenge for the six-pack challenge ladder match for the Intercontinental Champion was awesome. The Intercontinental Championship was awesome. First, Penta did his job. He said that Pentagon did his job. He said to us, he told us that a ladder match is his kingdom, or he's the ruler of ladder matches. And he did not disappoint. Also, Rey Mysterio did not disappoint. He sat himself on the Bulgarian Brute's chest. Rusev's chest, and Rusev collapsed one of the ladders with his hairy body weight. And Javon freaking Evans did the most amazing cutter, or RKO, or Diamond Cutter. Yes, Diamond Cutter, like DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, used to do, or still does, perhaps still does. And it was amazing. And of course, I'm forgetting about Dragon freaking Lee. I mean, Dragon Lee almost had it, but also JD. I am in love with Dirty. I'm totally and utterly secretly in love with that mustache of a dirty man named Dominic Mysterio. Did his best too. He did a one-man Spanish fly, which is basically a flipping rock bottom. But at the end of the day, with the power of Ray 10 and all the characters and all the forces and all the powerful essences of MK2 or Mortal Kombat 2, Penta Cero Miedo retained his Intercontinental Championship. Now let's go to the match that I've been waiting for. Personal, this match was very personal to me, because I utterly despise the mustache of Dominic Mysterio. If it were up to me, I would rip his mustache up, rip it apart, and shove it straight up in his pocket hole, in his human pocket hole, if you know what I mean. And I would perhaps give my condolences to Liv Morgan for having a boyfriend's mustache up his human backside hole with another wrestler. This match was very like I said, this match was very personal to me. But Dominic wasn't counting on facing the internal and outer demon of Finn freaking Balor. This match was physical. It was awesome. But at the end of the day, guys, the demon survived the mustache. Meanwhile, the mustache, when crying to his now fake Britney Spears groupie of a fan, and live, stick to wrestling. You can focus on your music career later. And while you're at it, get another boyfriend. Get another boyfriend. Now let's go to the United States Championship match between the current champion, Sami Zayn, and from NXT, Trick Williams. Whoop that trick, and whoop did he do that? Trick did whoop that trick by defeating Sami Zayn. This match was not as physical as the street fight between the mustache, the naked and Eric, the fake excuse of a man named Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor's internal demon. This match was entertaining. It wasn't as physical as the street fight that I just mentioned, but it was very good. Trick did something that a few people can do: win their first match at their first WrestleMania, and also win their first singles title at a WrestleMania. But Sami did give all of his Canadian bacon and wonderful honey of pain, but it wasn't to be enough. It wasn't to be enough. It wasn't to be enough to beat Trick Willie. Now let's go to Obafemi and Brock freaking Lesnar. Now, guys, this match was quick. It was decisive, and it was awesome. Oba defeated Brock by one simple thing: extreme and utter more power than Brock Lesnar himself. Oba did the impossible. He conquered the beast, in which could be his last match overall, and to be tough on all of us. His first WrestleMania without him being a part of WrestleMania. Being a part of WrestleMania. Now let's go to the main event between the second city saint of CM Punk and the tribal dope and the original tribal dope, Roman Reigns. Now, guys, this match was also freaking personal to me because I am really sick and tired of Roman Reigns. But I guess I will have to deal with it because he defeated a very pizza fighting gang game CM Punk. This match was bloody, physical as getting your elbows out at an Indy 500, people. Yes. But now let me indulge you in my let me indulge you just for a moment on Roman freaking Reigns. Roman Joe Anuawi Joseph Anuawi. Even though I didn't see your uncle and father fight in person because I wasn't born yet, when your uncle and father were dominating the tag team scene and were scaring the holy Samoan out of us. If you just for a second think that you're going to get away with this fake apology or fake decision that you made of coming back to be a full-time WWE wrestler, I'm not buying it for 1 second, because just like your cousin, The Rock, which I'm predicting that you are going to face in 2027 at WrestleMania 43, I am not buying this sincerity card. I'm not buying this full-time change of heart of being a full-time wrestler or being a part-time or being a part of a full-time part of WWE Raw. I am not buying it because I know your family. Not Jay, not Jimmy, because they're full-time wrestlers, not like you. You just decided to go to basically say, okay, now that CM Punk is gone out of my life, for the time being, I'm gonna stick it to him and say that I'm back full-time? No. I know your family. You're not gonna be full-time. That is not even a part of your vocabulary anymore. The only time that you were good part-time before you became the Tribal Dope was in the Shield. Which, again, Roman, again, Joe Anuawi, your boss, your head leader of the Shield, was supposed to be, or was CM Punk, but you are so disgusted. You are so disgusted by the fact that, and you are so disgusted by the fact that he didn't pick you to be a part of the Shield in the first place. So what did you do? Probably cry your eyes out all the way to Georgia Tech. And then you went crying to your baldy cousin, The Rock, and you cried about it, and you cried on his shoulder, and that's when the boss at that time decided to include you. But let me tell you that, but What does CM Punk? What did CM Punk? What does CM Punk have then that you don't have? That you won't never have? That he doesn't even have? That you have? The the family corruption. The family corruption. The family corruption that is a part of this wonderful lineage of your family. And the only corrupt person currently and corrupted person currently in your family is your bald cousin. Your bald cousin. Your bald cousin. And just like him, you are saying, you said last night, in the post show of WrestleMania 43, night 2, you said I'm going to be a full-time wrestler, and no, I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. I'm not buying it. But I'll deal with you in anger through my TV. And by the way, you should be afraid of Oba freaking Femi. Oba freaking Femi. He's going to be your destroyer. He's going to be your victimizer in the near future. And I'm going to enjoy Oba Femi strutting himself. Strutting himself and his body and his body and his body all your beating carcass. All your beating carcass. On your beating carcass. And when that happens, I bet you that some of my WWE family members, meaning fans, my fellow WWE family fan members, are not going to agree with me, but that's okay. That's what makes this a wonderful family. But you should be very afraid that the ruler is coming for your body and soul. And your inner soul and peace. And I hope he does it sooner, because you are not a full-time wrestler anymore. You are a half-time wannabe unbaldy version of your cousin who betrayed us for a ponytail. For a ponytail. But at the end of the day, I have to give you credit. But again, you should be afraid of what's coming towards you. Joe Anuawi, Roman, or I should say, you should be afraid of what's coming towards you in the near future, and perhaps something or someone from your past. So with that being said, guys, so with that being said, guys, that was the main event. Now let's go to the WWE Women's WWE Championship match between Mommy freaking Ripley and J.J. Cargill. I mean, this match had it all. Had it all. And a move from the enemy company. But luckily for all of us, Mommy freaking Ripley is back as champion. Meanwhile, Jade Cargill and Beefhead and Michin are crying their eyes out because Jade lost her eye of the storm. And again, Mommy Ripley is back where she belongs, where she deserves to be as champion. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to tap that like button, and if you want to expand your time here on my channel, please don't doubt yourselves and tap that notification bell. Now, if you want to expand your time here on my channel, and besides staying up to date with my latest videos, go to my homepage and subscribe and tap that subscribe button. So with that being said, guys, until we WWE again, bye.